What is up, my friends on YouTube and fellow Top Shot community? Thank you for joining me. Today is Monday, November 22nd, and I am here to bring you another video in our challenge completion series. That's right, I said challenge completion. This is NBA Vintage Vibes Showcase Challenge 7. Guys, if you would like to stay updated on all the content coming out of this channel, all you have to do is hit the subscribe button. All right, guys, so today we are talking about the NBA Vintage Vibes Showcase Challenge 7. This is a 2005-2006 Vintage Vibes Allen Iverson Fandom moment up for the reward. 1 day, 20 hours, and 24 minutes currently left to complete this challenge. We're going to talk about the challenge, how we went about tackling it, why did we decide to complete it versus not complete it, and then kind of dive in depth to the requirements, what moments we needed, how we acquired them, and do a little reward speculation. I will timestamp this video, so feel free to watch the chapters that apply or interest you. So let's dive right in. We have the description here. Showcase challenge. This is gonna be a Hall of Famer, needs no introduction. In one of the most influential players in NBA history, Allen Iverson. Long list of accolades, including regular season MVP, 11-time All-Star, 4-time scoring champion, 3-time NBA steals leader, and 3-time All-NBA first team. Talks about his crossover, setting the stage here, just a little bit on the moment and what we're gonna get. Here's the requirements. Need a total of 10 moments for this one. This is going to be a fully packed showcase. 2 of the moments must be 2005-2006 run it backs. Must be a point guard as the position. 2 of the moments must be 2005-2006 run it backs with layup as the play type. And 5 of the moments from the archive set must be layups as well. And 1 of the moments has to be a rare tier moment from the Philadelphia 76ers. Wednesday, November 24th at 10 a.m. Pacific is when the snapshot will be taken. And if you have completed this by then, you will receive your reward shortly after. So we look at this moment, and if you know and have been following the channel, you may be asking yourself, well, why'd you complete this challenge? You know, this is a little bit outside of the realm of what we typically do here. And I did see this pop up today. I believe it came through a few hours ago. I missed the notification by about 13 minutes, so I was a little short on it, but immediately looked at the requirements and thought, well, this is probably going to be not something that we're going to be able to do. But I did notice what stuck out to me was these 5 archive moments. So of course we are archive set holder. So we went and looked at some of the movements on the set, and there really wasn't nothing. If you look here, going by the 4 hour, I mean, you can see there's really not a whole lot of movement. Josh Smith movement has moved the most, and it's not even a layup. That one's not even a layup play type. So in fact, none of these are layup play types. So there's really nothing. If you go into the marketplace, let me look here. Pull up the archive set, and what you will find is that click on layups here. There really is just, there's 6, 12, I think 15, 17 moments, with the top one being 21, but you can get 5 moments out of these for, you know, 20 bucks, $25. So was not really any profit to be made on taking any profits off this one. So the only other option would be, well, can we complete the set? So started looking at it, looking at the requirements, just kind of went on different sources on the moment, things like that, and pretty much looked at some of these moments and realized, well, you know, it's doable. It's not ideal, of course, because we don't have any of the 5 or 4 run it backs that we would have needed. We didn't have any of those, and we also didn't have we didn't have the rare 76ers moment. So pretty much just going to pull up the layups and the point guard position. So if you look now, well, that's actually putting both filters on, so we can do it one at a time. So if you look currently, this would be for the layups, I believe. Yeah. So you can get, 180, 180. So you're looking at what, 2, 3, 60. And then we go, let's pull up the point guards. And these currently are running, again, 180. So you're looking at, what is that, 720, somewhere around there, just for those. And then I think if you pull up the rare 76ers moment, let's just check real quick here, and need to go to rare. You could have one of those, as you can see, the one that we decided to go with, Ben Simmons, 120. So about 8, what's that, 800, 900, something like that. And then combined with the archive set. So that could have been your minimum entry point for this. So pretty high, I'm gonna price most folks out of this one, and not gonna be something that's gonna be achievable for a lot of people. Dapper wallet needs to be pretty full to complete this challenge. So when I was looking at it live, like I said, I jumped in about 13 minutes late when I first hit the marketplace and started doing the research and things like that. Was able to essentially find some moments, and I'm going to talk about the ones that I got. And when I was looking at them, I really just decided to go for it. I saw there was an AI moment. Let's see if we go in here. There's only going to be one more, and I think it's a legendary. It might actually be a rare. I think it's his run it back moment, actually. Let me just pull it up here. Yeah, it is. It's a run it back moment, 0506, and look at the price. Going for 1,800. It's his only moment. Top Shot debut. It's Allen Iverson. So this is only going to be the second one that's going to pop up on Top Shot. And so trying to speculate, not jumping too far ahead, but, just seeing that alone, kind of spiked my interest in what I thought. So when I was researching the moments, obviously you'll see a huge, and this is just the archive set, not really any price movement. But if you go back here to some of these moments on the run it backs, it's right here at the top. So you can see this one, look at the movement here. If you go to the 4 hour, a lot of these moments, you can see, boom, 100%, 50%, stuff like that. But there were a few at the time that I jumped in, and we'll go ahead and talk about those that didn't seem to have gotten too high. But when I say that, it's all speculative, right? Because we are in the middle of a challenge, so I felt like it was doable. In the moment, you have to make a choice, and especially when you're scrambling, especially when you need that many. If you only need 1 or 2, there is only, of course, 2 days left. This is, essentially a 2-day challenge, so you don't have a lot of time. There is a lot of time there, but not, like it's not a week challenge, I guess I could say. So jumping into the first moment here. Andre Miller is the one I decided to go with. I think that was a point guard moment, running back point guard. So if you look here, pretty pricey. Jumped up to 372, and essentially, it's held relatively, decent. It has a lot of, peaks and valleys here, but one big one here that went down. But overall, not too bad. Jump to the live token and see, we went with a moment here. It's a 139 serial. Ended up getting in at $3.99, and showing right now the market value on that one is $4.23. So going back here, essentially, you're gonna pay a bit of a premium for these going into it. If you look on these, what the average is, essentially maybe like 350. So when I went and did the numbers for these, I used MomentRanks, and I was able to go and find the sell histories. You can run it with the set, and then you can go the time, of course put the player in there, and then put your serial number range to get you something around what it is that you were going for. So like just starting with this one, I won't show you every one because it's a little time consuming, but you can scroll all the way back to when it pops up today. And in fact, it should be the one that we grabbed. Yep. So there we are at the bottom. But if you look before the challenge, where we were at, there was a little bit of a dip. So I did try to take out anything like these couple days, the 23rd through the 26th. I did try to kind of go away from those. So if you look, like these moments between like the 21st, 22nd, 26th are probably going to be, there's two 380s in there, but 300, so a little bit lower. Go on the 26 here, you see 300, 325, 380, 350s, a little bit before that. So try to kind of exclude a little bit anything that seemed odd, but other than that, I mean, you can see, back into the 400s and then even up to 450, but that was back on October 15th, which if you look back here, that's probably, right at the beginning. So, but overall, I put a price on this one. I believe, I think that when we get out of challenge mode, I think the fair value, let me see, I had written all this information down, about 350 is what I put down. That's where I think that, we can get in. I think we pretty much got a floor level serial number on that one. Well, no, actually we got a 150. So that's what I'm gonna expect. And I mean, you can see even the floor was 350. So we might get a little bit higher than that as well. But if we did get something down here, it might go up. So hopefully we can get a little bit more. But that's what I feel, trying to be conservative on the estimate that I feel like we can get back for this one. So got in at 400. I think we can get out at 350. So that'd be about 50. And then just running some of these other ones out. This is a Jason Kidd moment, run it back, point guard. So you can see kind of, been consecutively dropping down, but you see, 390, you see some, dip way down here, 309, but that's a little bit, the very bottom, and then was around 360, showing right now 380. Did the same thing for this moment, and again, got the same results when I was looking at the data, about 350 for that one as well. So got in on this one at 400, and as you can see, got a mid-grade serial number there at 400. So again, trying to be conservative with the estimates, but I think we'll probably get out 350 to be a conservative, reasonable estimate. But I mean, you can see here 370 on the floor, so I mean, if it drops back down, maybe even, it gets back up here into this 300, 400 range. So not too concerned about those two overall. Now, once we get over here to Mr. I think Lou Williams is next up. So as you can see, a much bigger spike on this one. It's looking like 140s, even dropped down to 120s, back up here to 140s. And you can see right now the low is 200. We got in on this moment right at 200. We got a floor. This is the one we did get the floor level serial on, so we'll probably not do so well on this one. But you know, again, if it goes back to 140, you know, I think a reasonable estimate that I put down for this one was 130, and I think we can get out. So you can see that's going to be $70 difference there. And then we'll go to let's see, we'll go to Jameson next. You can see again, big spike here, 109, going up to 115, 120. So a little dip here, you know, full, you know, hitting the bottom. Did some research on this one, and I came up with about 75. You know, we got in at, let's see, we got in on this one at 235. Oh no, I'm sorry. Oh yeah, 235. And so, oh yeah. I'm sorry, I misspoke a minute ago. 175, not I wrote that one down wrong. So that one was 175. Yeah, not 75. That wasn't adding up to me. So again, was looking on here, but going back through the data on this one, and like I showed you on the MomentRanks, the being that the serial on this one is I think we did pretty well. We did a 33 on this one, so that's why the price is higher. So as you can see right now, you know, showing 312, 77, you know, plus, but I think this one, so as you can see, the floors, you know, are going to be much lower, but because the serial number that we managed to get is going to go up quite a bit. And, you know, reason doing that is, you know, really just kind of using all the data points that we have. I felt like if you did buy the floor, you know, could have potentially did, maybe you could have done better, maybe you could have done worse. I mean, I just kind of had to look live in the moment at the deals that were available, and I had to go with that one. I do think this one is going to be eat up, you know, the majority of the profit there, because you know, if we got in at what we say 235, and I think I put a value on this one at 175, so you know, that's going to be a difference of 60 on that one. So we'll go to the fifth one we needed, and that one is the Ben Simmons. So this is going to be the rare Philadelphia 76ers moment, and you can see again big spike on this one. So back down to 60, kind of discounted that, even though that was the most recent right before the challenge. But I would say, you know, 70 is pretty common here. Kind of discount that a little bit. I mean, if you factor this one in, you know, maybe you can do 60, something like that. And we got in on this one at 160, and I put a value, you know, using the same methods that we talked about before, 75. So I thought that was pretty, you know, reasonable, even if, you know, it kind of went down 60, 75. I don't think we got the best serial number on that one. Ended up 179, so still in the 10th percentile, so fairly high. But again, I'm trying to use conservative estimates, not really trying to go too crazy, and again, looking at the previous data and kind of what it was. So, and that's that one's actually a throwdown moment there from series 2. So bringing that all together, we're going to be about 315 into this, and so pretty much that will be our break even on this reward. So going back over here, I think it's going to be it was a good challenge to complete. You know, the reward is going to be pretty difficult to speculate on, so we'll just, you know, kind of do the best that we can. Again, it's all, the key here is that this is all speculation. It's not all, you know, facts and figures. So you can't, you know, really say, you know, for sure, because you really don't know. So I want to talk first about completions. So live token came out on the Discord, and first update was at like 700, just over 700 completions. So, and that was just a couple hours in. So if we go back and look kind of at the most recent, of course, the most recent one was the Tony Parker moment. So I'm not using that one. I tried to use I felt like the most comparable moment, and I feel like that one's going to be the Shaq. You probably could go back to Vince Carter too, and I'll talk about that a little bit. But using a recent one like with Shaq, we saw the first update came out. It was like 200 something completions, and then when we got to like the day and a half mark, I think it had gone up to like 300, 400, and then slowly kind of went up over those 2 days. And of course, we got to, as you see there, 884 on that one. So using that kind of process, using that as a reference point, I would say that if we hit 700, in the first couple hours, I think there's always that kind of initial spike, but I'm going to estimate there's probably going to be around, I'm going to say between 1,500 and 2,500. I know it's a fairly large range, but I purposely want to keep it a large range because it could go really either way. I think there was a pretty good spike in the beginning. I do kind of expect it to slow up just a bit. I mean, this is a fairly accessible challenge to those, like if you wanted to complete it, you probably could, for a lot of people. But of course, the vast majority are, still going to be priced out of this one. But you could complete this one. It is accessible. There's a lot of moments to choose from. There's still time to kind of see, hey, what are these moments going to do? Are they going to drop? Are they going to continue to rise? What's going to happen over the next day and a half? So I would say, right around, I say 1,500 to 25 because I think right around that 2,000 mark is going to be probably where it's going to end up. And let's see, I did want to point out that when we go here, of course, there's only one moment. And I talked about this in the very beginning of the video. There's only one, so he only has 999 moments. And of course, I'm sure some of those are still in packs and things like that. And look on the price of this, 1,800. Well, if we go back and look at, let's look at Shaq's moments. And of course, you see 3 here available. There's 2, of course, his run it back moment. Look at, how much that one is. It's higher. Of course, they came out with the vintage vibes. That's kind of the middle ground. And Shaq does have an archive moment, minute out to 10,000. And then you can see the price on that one. Still quite high in the archive set. I think like 3rd most expensive moment. So when you look at the vintage vibes, of course, it was only completed to 884, right? So we don't expect the AI moment to get that high at all. It's not what I'm saying, but I think the key here is, number one, AI does not have an archive set moment. So I do expect that, they're obviously, like with these, Shaq has 10,000 more of these archive moments. So that kind of makes him more accessible to a wider variety of people. AI does not have that. So how is that going to affect price? Is it going to drag his price down, or could it actually pick his price up? We'll just have to kind of wait and see. If we look at the another comparable player, Vince Carter, obviously more moments here. He's got a legendary. He's got his vintage vibe moments. He's got his run it back moment at 990. He's got the archive moment. You can see the price on that one. Again, still, it's not as high as Shaq's, but it's still up there. And then he even has a base set from Series 1 moment, and look at the price on that one, minute out to 3,000. So again, do I expect this AI moment to get this high as the Vince Carter's vintage vibe moment here? I don't expect that, because again, you see that mint count is so low at 951. But I think in between, I think just kind of talking about these players, and that kind of gives you some data on where you expect this one to end up. So if we run back here to the Vintage Vibes, the Vintage Vibes set here. If we go by circulation, you can see right here Vince Carter at 951, and then of course you have the Shaq. You have of course that Tony Parker there, and then if we go by price, you look, and of course you have the Klay Thompson here at 130, but look at that 9,700 mints. Holds claw. This is a WNBA moment. You know, it's only minute to 849. The price is, you know, looking at, you know, 200. So I'm gonna kind of consider that one an outlier a bit, just because it's in the WNBA. So we're talking NBA moments. You see this Vince Carter moments, 699. The Kawhi Leonard only minute is 751, 700. The Shaq's up there at 970. So I expect this just by mint count. If we, you know, see that 1,500, 2,000, 2,500, something in there, it's gonna fall right in the range between these. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a stab. I'm gonna value this one at probably 300 to 500. Of course, that's pretty large range. But again, purposely put out that way because I think the mint count is going to dictate what we see the price move to. The closer we get to 2,000 mints, you know, the further the price is going to be towards the bottom. If we stay, you know, under that 2,000, I think the price is going to stay towards the top. And you know, again, all speculation. Who actually really knows? I've seen everything in the Discord from, you know, 200 to 500. You know, I've seen mint counts all over the place. A lot of people just understand you really don't know what it's going to be. We'll look for another update from Live Token and just kind of make a judgment from there. But I think the key really is that this is only the second AI moment. It's still, you know, it's in this weird kind of fandom, you know, vintage vibes set, which we've seen, you know, as we just looked at. I mean, stuff all over the place, really. But I, you know, just kind of my final thoughts. I really think that I'm thinking more towards the top, and I'm not just saying that because, you know, I'm in it for 315. I'm just saying that I do actually believe that it's probably gonna be in that 400 to 500 range, and that's just, you know, that's just what I personally feel like it's going to go to. But of course, I have no way of knowing. We'll have to wait until it comes out. We see the mint count. We kind of just see really where the market, you know, goes on it and where it's valued at. But I feel like that's where it's going to end up being. But I will say, it could be down towards that, you know, 300. To get to 200, I really just don't see it. You know, there's a huge range here between 951 on the Vince Carter moment and 9,702 on the Klay Thompson moment. So there's a huge range in the circulation between those moments. So if we, you know, end up kind of towards the middle of that, I mean, you know, you look at the prices there, 130 and 700. You know, if you look at the middle, I don't know what that is, maybe, you know, 500. So again, you know, pushing it down, you know, 300. I really think that's what we're going to be looking at, and I think everyone else, you know, on Top Shot is going to agree with that. Maybe not initially, but when the moment actually hits the marketplace, I think that is where it's probably going to be at. So we'll just it'll be fun to see what happens, for sure. And then I will just say, you know, going into this one again, you know, I keep saying that this is not something that, you know, we typically do on the channel, but you know, it just kind of happened in the moment, and I was excited about it, and I felt like it was something achievable, and I really wanted to bring this to the channel to see if you know, we could complete this and what the reward's going to be. Of course, it's going to be really fun to rip that pack and see, you know, play the serial lottery and see what we get. We've been getting some lower serial numbers as of late, so maybe we can hit a jersey on this one. Wouldn't that be something? You know, not likely at all, right? Not likely at all. So, but I have to talk it up, you know, just a bit to get y'all to come back and check out the Rippin' Rewards video whenever we do it in approximately 2 to 3 days. So hope to see y'all back for that. If y'all complete this challenge, let me know what y'all used. And oh yeah, I almost forgot. Of course, we got to go back and look at the showcase here. Most important part. I was about to finish the video without even doing it. So, and hopefully this thing is going to play. I know the last couple videos we had didn't quite get there, so see if we can get the music. Here we go. There he is. And puts a layup in the glass from the left side. A little 360. Makes it look easy. So there's the Vince Carter. Starts with the archive. So we'll probably see these first 5 archive sets. Yeah, here's a Tracy McGrady. And gives him a little trick. Goes around, says, "You're not blocking this." Good moment there. Finishes to the left. All right, should have another archive moment coming up. Let's see what we got. Oh, there it is. Still, dribbles all the way down. little wild monkey move right there. Goes down, goes up, spreads the legs, spreads the arms. All right. Let's see what we got here. All layups. Gonna be in the archive. That was a lob in from the inbound and just throws it up and in. Just elevates. You know, how do you, it seems odd like how you let that happen, but I guess Bogut's so tall that it's hard to stop. And this should be the last of the archives. Oh man, look at that. He didn't know what was going on. Tosses it up. He knew somebody was back there. All he had to do was get it to him. Jason Kidd. And now we go into the running backs. 409. These are all going to go down as triple-digit buys too. Monster shot. And he just makes it. Gotta try, that's why. Gotta throw it up just in case. You never know. Miller. All right. Yeah, this is a 179, another triple digit buy. They're all going to be on the run it back series. Man, he has some momentum going into this one. Double and then changes to 1. Got his wrist in there. He was happy. All right, next one here. It's working them. He just throws it up. Quick move right here, where he gets underneath the arm. He knows he's coming up to block that one. He's able to just get right underneath that arm in that last quick second. And just gets it bounced like 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 bounces off the rim before it finally goes in. Goes to the ground. Gets up and ready to keep playing. Oh, that was another archive moment. So the last one's gonna be at running back. Finishes on the left side of the glass, double hand, goes underneath. See a lot of these moments like that. 2 defenders on him, takes it to the other side where there's no defenders and finishes it out. Sweet. All right, so it's just starting over. So let's jump back out of here. And there you have it. There is our showcase for this one. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Hopefully y'all got some information. You kind of saw how I completed this challenge, and we will have to see the next few days how this works out. You know, these are probably going to be moments. If we, depending on what we pull on the AI, we'll see if we get a low serial number. We'll have to, of course, you know, think about it. But if we see the movement towards that, 450, 500, that top of the range, might go ahead and offload it. I'm probably gonna have to keep these other moments and see what the movement's gonna be, see what we can post them for. But then if we do pull a floor level, serial on the AI, then who knows, we might end up, just having our dapper tied up into some of these run it backs for a while, and that'll just be what we have to do. So hope to see y'all stay with me and see how this works out. Hopefully it will work out pretty good. I'm not too worried about it. I think we're gonna come out slightly ahead, but of course it's never ideal to have to purchase 5 moments for a challenge. Ideally you would have these moments already in your collection, and if the people that did, are gonna make out really well on this challenge here. So good luck and good job to them. So appreciate it. Have a good rest of the week, and see y'all on Wednesday for a Rippin' Wednesdays, where we're gonna open up one of those Series 2 packs. So stay tuned for that. All right, thanks. Bye.